All right, welcome, folks. Mil-Spec Opsmaker here. Hey, listen, I've got my favorite Eric Tauman. This dude is just amazing. He's a fellow surfer. He and I always talk about what's going on with the waves every time we get on, and it's hard to actually get refocused. But I just love talking to you, dude. You're just like I said, fellow surfers. It's just a blessing to find those little nuggets out there, especially when I live in Texas. So, welcome, brother. It's good to see you again.
Thanks so much for having me on. I mean, like you said, whether it's getting out in the swell or getting buried in the technology or what's happening in the world, it's fun coming on the show with you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So, man, I got to tell you, I have been watching satellite phones availability disappear, then come back. It has been actually pretty interesting trying to get your hands on them and with the technology, and just given the environment that we're in today is just so these things are just so handy to have, and it's like buying that insurance policy. I just went to California. I spent the last weekend in Huntington Beach, and I will tell you, I took my satellite phone that I got from you guys with me just because of the environment. You never know when you're going to need it, and if we have a grid down situation, that satellite phone is key to having your quiver. So what's going on with the satellite phone store? What do you guys have to offer the Monkey Nation right now?
Yeah, no, I'm pleased to come back and tell you we got some cool new packages. We got a lot of feedback from our customers, which is really how we redesign our packages and our offering. And just had a lot of customers say we want a way to communicate, but we want it to be really like open the box and just works, to where they don't have to go through a whole bunch of setup and complex check boxes. And now is the government tracking me? So what we've done is we took one of our most popular devices that we've been talking about before, called the Bivvy. The Bivvy satellite messenger is a Iridium-based satellite messenger, two-way communicator. If you haven't listened to some of our previous shows, it looks like an ice cream sandwich. It has an antenna, battery. It's waterproof. It's almost like a satellite wearable. And its only job is to communicate with Iridium 66 global satellites in North Pole, South Pole, in between, anywhere. You're going to get some signal. And what we've done is you can take and connect that to your iPhone, Android, if you already have that. But a lot of customers are taking a dedicated secure phone from us. This isn't running Google Play Store or App Store. Kind of de-Google it in a way to where you're not enabling all this GPS tracking and stuff. And we actually put the file on the smartphone for you. That way, when you open it up, it just works. And so we have that for $89 a month. Includes the Bivvy, unlimited airtime on the Bivvy. That's your messaging, your weather, your SOS, and the smartphone. Comes in a package, and that's like a really affordable way to get connectivity. And a lot of people don't want to put an extra app on their phone. So a lot of our customers will take this package, put it right in a Faraday bag, and keep that. And then when you want to not be tracked or watched or whatever, just want a little bit more privacy, you take this kit out, you put your regular smartphone in there, take that kit out, and now you're operating with a lot more privacy. And also right now, if you mention Monkey Werx, when you see this, we're giving out a free Faraday bag for everything to go in. These bags are like $60.
Nice.
They've gone up, inflation. But
yeah.
Sweet. I'm a bag guy. I love my bags. Bag for all kinds of kit. Dive gear, surf gear, scuba gear, whatever. A bag for your comms right there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I use those bags for all kinds of things. I use them for my nods. I use them for my knocks that are actually got all the thermal imagery and stuff. Things I want to protect from an EMP, just in case. Because that's the kind of stuff you don't want to go down, right?
No, absolutely not. So, Bivvy's decent amount of inventory, not as much as we'd like to see coming in, but just about as much as we're getting or going out. So if you're still in the market for some type of technology to help you stay connected, great solution. If you don't need a smartphone from us, the price is only $65 a month. You're getting the Bivvy, getting unlimited airtime. So I think it's one of the greatest solutions. Customers call me up, from government to regular guys like us, saying, hey, I got one. I want to get 3 more now because my son needs one. My aunt needs one. And I want it. We got people even saying they're getting them for their business and they're recommending them to their customers. So if there is a grid down solution problem, we have a solution where that business can stay in contact with its customers, or customers in contact with a provider during a time when everything might be down, helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
Financial, insurance, this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, I actually see folks when they're sending their kids back to college, they're sending bivvy sticks with them, so they've got constant comms. Their kids can check in, even if they can't talk to them. At least they know they're safe and sound, and it's a beautiful tool. And I just can't. I mean, just having this in my quiver was one. When you introduced me to this, I was blown away by what it did and the capabilities. And so definitely one I take with me everywhere I go. So let's talk about this phone, the new Iridium there, the 9555. That one, I love it because the fact is, like I've got the MR stat, right? And this thing is, I love this phone. It's really good. But I've got friends who have the phone you have right there in front of you. And their connectivity to a satellite is almost instant because it's like a mesh network. There's so many of them up that they get a signal very quickly. Now I do get a signal quickly as well, but you've got to kind of point to the equator and then get it locked in. But so tell me about this phone and the offer you guys have going on that one.
Yeah, so probably the best satellite phone, one of the best satellite phones you can have in the world today. One of the reasons for this that I like is privacy. It's a great private satellite phone. Inmarsat, the one that you have, awesome satellite phone. That's the one I keep in my house. It just meets all my needs, boating needs, water needs, everything. Now, if I'm going to go into urban environments, high rises, I'm going to be in mountainous areas, or even with valleys, fjords, what I call topographical holes in the terrain. Iridium, just same thing that Bivvy runs on. It's getting those 66 low Earth orbiting satellites. So it's going to give you that connectivity. Iridium doesn't require GPS though. So this phone does not have a GPS on it. This satellite phone.
That's actually a good thing. That means you can't be
only
tracked.
Global satellite phone that does not have a GPS. So that means in order for Iridium to determine where this phone is, they use the Doppler shift phenomenon that'll allow them to triangulate, but it takes time and everything. And so it's a great private satellite phone. The phone's normally $1,150. Our passion at Satellite Phone Store is to basically take technology and make it more obtainable for more people. So we've taken that $1,150 satellite phone and we make it $699, and that includes 100 minutes a month. You got to stay on for 24 months, but this is a great deal for anybody who wants telephony voice. Messengers are great. I go everywhere with my Bivvy. Pilots love it. I take it on my boat offshore. Like, it's a great daily driver for people who are on and off. I love my Bivvy. And with a satellite phone, though, if you're in a jam or you really need to get some help or talk to somebody, nothing can replace voice telephony. They say people can type about 45 words a minute on average. You can speak 150 words a minute on average with context, tone. So there's just so much that can be expressed faster, quicker over a phone call. So
yeah, 100%.
Great option.
Now. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually looking at that phone too. I really like it. Now the question is, you were telling me you guys only have like 500 of these, right? So they're going to fly off the shelf.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't answer your question. After Ukraine, Ukraine's still going on with their conflict. But what happened during the initial days was, I think everyone believed that they would take out the comms grid, and that just hasn't happened yet. Because they're both tapping into it. But the U.S. government, along with a lot of other governments around the world, have just picked up every last satellite phone they could find and pretty much wiped them all out. So we just recently were able to start getting trickles of phones in from the manufacturer. And as you know, manufacturing for a lot of electronics and technology products is slow. Didn't used to get the numbers that you used to be able to get before. So it did take us a while to build up to 500, but we've put 500 aside for our customers from, people like yourself that are telling people what's available and out there. And really, we're hoping that people will get these for hurricane season, fire season. If they're used to going through catastrophic events, this is something that can save your life and help you coordinate rescue and all that good stuff.
Yeah, 100%. That's the thing about this is that once you've been through an event like that and you've lost comms and you don't have the ability to reach out and touch someone or let them know you're okay or find out if somebody's okay, you only go through that one time, and then after that, you're like, I will not be caught like that again. And so I'm with you. The fact that I've been watching the market of these, and I've seen them disappear, and people struggling to get them. And then, of course, I've seen the prices go through the roof. So you guys have a heck of a deal for us. And like you said, it's a limited supply. And then once those things are gone, that's going to be it, right?
Yeah, we have to keep a stash for our government enterprise clients. We have to keep a minimum on-hand quantity, but once we get down to that MOQ, yeah, the promotion's gone again, back to normal prices. But we were able to bring this out and do something because we are right in the middle of hurricane season, storm season, fire
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
and yeah, and just want to be able to bring the cost down for people a little bit.
Yeah. And you forgot riot season. That's coming upon us here pretty quickly. Always does. Every year. So that's good. All right. So let me ask you, accessory wise, I know I've gone to you guys for all kinds of cool stuff. The last one you sent and that I got from you was actually this suction cup that's used with the Bivvy stick that you can basically put anywhere and it'll hang forever. This thing has more hang time than Michael Jordan. It's absolutely amazing just how well this thing works. It's incredible.
I put it on my window here in the office and forgot about it. And like 3 months later, I hear clink and it finally fell off.
I love
But
it.
we also, so the Sea Sucker one's great for real rugged tactical environments. We also have another new mount, a little bit, still pretty rugged, but a little bit smaller form factor. So I drove to the Keys last weekend and had long stretches across, 41 stuff where there's no signal. And I didn't really want to be on the phone or on the internet, obviously driving, but I still want to have that safety. So boom, right on the dash, Bivvy mount. At least I know I got my texting, people got my number, and I can get out of a jam if I break down trailering or something like that. So also aviation, small fixed wing aircraft, rotary wing aircraft. A lot of our customers are getting those, telling us, wow, didn't want to pay all this crazy money for some aviation satellite system, but pop this on the dash and the windscreen, clamp on your Bivvy, and you're back in the game, at least for texting, weather, SOS. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
Right.
$20 accessory, I think. And sometimes it's the accessories that make it work.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. The now the satellite phones will actually work in aircraft, right? They're not knocked offline like your normal cellular phone.
Well, it's kind of a yes and a no to that.
Okay.
To that, it depends on a couple things. I've done a lot of testing in helicopters in the past year, Robinsons and different variety of helicopters, and I found that they do work quite well. Iridium and Inmarsat phones. I always thought the blades moving would interrupt the signal. Turns out most of the time you're not getting a satellite directly over you. You're getting a satellite on an azimuth in an elevation that isn't hitting the blades, isn't hitting the wings. So actually found quite a good amount of performance. Is it something I'd recommend for a permanent solution? No, it's definitely temporary. If you got if it's permanent, probably want to get a proper antenna installed in the fuselage and run an antenna, which a lot of our customers do on aircraft they operate frequently. But for a temporary solution, it can be mounted on the dash. And I was just holding this in my hand.
That's cool.
Up the antenna, hold it in my hand. I was able to make phone calls from within the aircraft. So
That's
I haven't
really
found too much problem. Now, if you're on a commercial flight or something like that, no, you should not use your satellite phone or device per FCC rules and stuff.
Yeah, but you can if you had to. That's the thing. And not to say that I haven't seen them used, but that's a whole different thing.
So
but
we like to excel at two things: communications and power. Because if we have comms and power, we're doing our job well. That's what we like to do. So we've gone over affordable connectivity, even bring our own smart device in, satellite telephony, still have good satellite telephony options. Something else that we've been getting really involved in, you might see a lot of these boxes here in the background, is power systems. So we became a EcoFlow distributor, premier distributor, stocking, and which means we have a lot of their inventory at our offices. We have people that want to come in, play with it, touch it. This is different, man, because I was going to get a gas, a propane, diesel generator for my house. And also we were speccing stuff out for some of our offices. And the problem is you can't get fuel. Like we send trucks into disaster areas and fuel is tough. Like, can we go make a delivery for these satellite phones to this company? And we're like, well, can they refuel us? Can't go that far if we don't know it. It gets to that point. So we started thinking like, you're out of power, everything for 7-10 days. There's no more fuel at the gas station. You ever seen the lines after a hurricane in Louisiana or Miami or something? It's not where you want to be trying to go get gas to go fill up your generator, keep everybody running, keep the AC and the fridge on. So this solution is a smart home panel that attaches to your current. So it requires a little electrical installation, but smart home panel that ties to your existing home panel gives you 10 smart circuits that you can monitor and watch. And then you can do up to 3 battery banks, depending on what you need to cover in your power budget. And our people are trained now to help talk to people about power budgets, and it's almost like talking to people about what's the speed of your internet connection. Like, well, I don't know. So how much power do you need to run your house? Our people now know how to talk to customers about that, and we help them spec out power systems for their homes and offices. And these battery systems can be used for your home, or you can take them and go. There's a lot of products out there on the market that do it, but we found these are the best. They can be used in homes, RVs, boats, doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. That's really cool. I'm gonna have to check those out myself. That's and so what other accessories besides that you guys? I know you still getting all the solar stuff in that people can get, or is that also kind of gone slim pickings lately?
It got tough for a while, but we finally got our own solar panels made. So we have good thin foldable 20-watt solar panels. Package that with the Bivvy, the smartphone, throw it all in a Faraday bag, and that's pretty much our go-to kit for a lot of people these days. Yeah, so not so bad anymore. We had to buy a lot more than usual to get some priority.
I can imagine. Well, and every single day we will look at the cyber threats and the things that are going on around us, and it's like, I expect everything to go offline here, I hear a lot of chatter, right? I get stuff from guys that are, Homeland Security and FEMA and just different things that always are feeding me information about, just from a situational awareness standpoint. And it's just staggering, to think if this was my only means of communication, I'd be down very quickly if everything went down, right? And so I love the fact that I get onto your website and I'm just scrolling through it, all the cool stuff, everything from marine stuff to just all the accessories. And like you said, the power kits and the solar stuff. You guys have just an amazing amount of things in there that are just, if you're a gadget kind of person and you get on here, I imagine you could seriously be hooked for a while on that website with everything. It's amazing.
We find people use it for a lot of research just to learn what's available in the personal device market, handheld, small satellite internet. There's a lot of interest in connectivity these days, more so than I've seen in past years. So what we like to do is just have every solution that's available for connectivity in our shop. But these are the highlights. These are the ones that stand out amongst the many devices that we have. And I really think they're at good price points still that people can actually reach out and get them. So one of the things two things that we have to offer Monkey listeners is, one, if you order today, you're going to get a free small Faraday bag. That does fit a Bivvy, a smartphone, or you can use it for whatever you want. You also are going to get free shipping. So just wanted to make it a little bit better for you guys if we can. And we were talking about what can we do to really help people get off the fence. So free shipping and a free Faraday bag. It'll fit either one of these and a backup smartphone. And that'll keep your comms protected.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, and you guys also sell the Pelican cases and things like that, right? So you keep them
Yeah, you go to satellitephonestore.com or just sat123.com. They're both the same site, and you can browse over all of our cases. There's no one size fits all, though. Like some people, like me, I want a nice, tight little SE 300 case, and then the next guy's like, no, I want a Pelican 1450. I want to shove everything in there. But yeah, we carry all the best cases, Seahorse, Pelican, and we can package it. But yeah, no, I encourage you to go to the website, look over what we have, talk to our people about it. They'll get it all specced out for you and get you set up.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of talking to the people, your customer service, I've mentioned this the last couple of times we talked. Those guys are the friendliest, nicest, God loving, God fearing patriots I've ever spoken with. They're just so nice, and they get you pointed in the right direction. They answer your questions, and if they can't, they'll get somebody that can. And that's customer service is there's a lot to be said for that these days.
Man, thank you so much. I think, I've heard some people say usually less than 20% of your workforce is truly engaged and enjoying what they do. I think ours is close to 99%. I think everybody here really enjoys what we do. And we'll spend hours with people if we have to, whatever it takes. People come into the office and we'll set them up. And it's not always the easiest thing to do, but everyone really enjoys it. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
you had a good experience. And we really try to go over the top with it. There's no IVR, one for this or two for that or three for this. No, you call, you talk to humans 24/7.
Yeah, which is great, and they're right here in the United States, which is really nice. So question: anything else we need to tell our listeners that you want to get their attention on?
Well, I think what we're seeing now is a blend of connectivity between telephony, traditional satellite phones, and also small mobile devices. These devices are best of breed in the space today, but Satellite Phone Store, and part of my job is chasing down and hunting new technology. So as soon as it comes out, you're going to hear about it on Monkey. It's on YouTube. You can Google this stuff, and this is where you're going to probably find the latest additions or updates on this type of mobile connectivity. And try us. Go look for it. This is where you're going to learn about it. So I hope everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, 100%. And there's also a ton of videos that you can watch if you're interested in some of the equipment. You're not really sure what it does. Just go over to the video stuff, click on it, and it'll walk you through how to use it, why to use it, why it's the best for particular situations. It's amazing, man. Like I said, you educate people, you put products in their hands that allow them to not lose touch with everybody else in the world. So it's solid. I love it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time, a lot of effort. Planning goes into making these videos. We started, our CEO Tina had the idea, I think last year, to really invest in educational content, educating people about what's out there. So now we've made tons of videos, at least a couple dozen. They're all recent. They're on the Bivvy. There's 4 videos on the Bivvy: how to use with solar panel, what kind of case. So much information, education. We're trying to make the record about, because it's just not done well by the manufacturers and the satellite companies. So we're stepping up, and yeah, you could send me some of your subscribers for sure. You got plenty.
Yeah, no doubt, man. All right, excellent. Well, listen, that I think is I think we've covered everything, and I got to tell you, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to hear what my subscribers have to say about the 9555 if they get their hands on that, because that thing's a game changer. It's a really good. The fact that it has no GPS, that you can completely get off the grid, not be tracked, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so, so listen, folks, if you're interested in this, you want to get a satellite phone, add that to your quiver, I highly recommend it. Or any of these accessories, just go to satellitephonestore.com, and then you can also call them at 877-943-6383, or you can go to sat123.com/monkeywerx and get right in on the monkey business. So, Eric, I appreciate your time today, brother. As always, man. One of these days, you and I are going to go do some surfing, brother.
Oh, don't tease me. Can't wait.
Yep. All right, man. Well, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, buddy. Take care.
Yep. Cheers.